we decided to buy a sled so we can carry a whole bunch of extra stuff in, make a base camp.
Don't move yet. We've gone to the pulley method. We're just kind of switching off from tree to tree, anchor with one rope.
That was a tough spot.
You haven't seen dinner. I'm not going to jinx it. Last time they talked a lot of trash on our particular dinner item.
This time it's going to work.
Don't say it.
I'm positive.
Redemption. Oh boy. Looking a little frosty out there, Mike.
Yeah, man. Good morning.
Good morning. This is a first for us. We're rolling up to the White Mountains. It's 8:56 in the morning. It's a little bit of a late start for us. And you know what else is a first?
Not having a plan?
Do we know where we're going?
Well, we have an idea now, but our original plan didn't really work out at all.
No.
Not at all.
Yeah, weather a little rough. Developed as we were driving up. Continued to get worse and worse. Now they're saying hurricane force winds and -60 wind chill advisories for the next 48 hours for above tree line.
Yeah, like 3 days.
Yeah, that's terrible. So what we're doing now is, like I said, a first. We are driving around and we don't know what we're going to do. We're thinking maybe we'll see a trailhead that interests us and we'll look it up. I luckily have every map for the White Mountains with us, and we're just going to figure out where we're going. We're not going to go too far into the woods. We'll kind of explain why when we get there. We were originally going to do a summit and all this stuff, but we're talking like instant loss of limbs if you lose a glove in that type of weather, and I just don't feel like doing it.
Honestly, I think it's going to be fun. We decided to buy a sled.
Yeah.
So we can carry a whole bunch of extra stuff in, make a base camp. We bought some wood on the side of the road.
We got a sled back there.
So we can have a fire.
We got a bunch of wood that we're going to bring in ourselves that we bought, yes.
Yep. The sled is going to be fun.
Yeah. We're just going to go a couple miles in somewhere, maybe along a river. Nothing too major, because again, cold weather like this, you probably don't want to not have a plan. So I don't want to advocate that, but we're just going a little into the woods and having some fun.
And I want a hill that I can use the sled for fun.
Yes.
Those are my plans.
There you go. Because below tree line, they were saying what? The winds would be like 5 miles per hour instead of gusts
5 to 15.
And instead of gusts of 85 mile per hour?
Yeah, gusts of 85, negative wind chill of 60. Like that's instant loss of limbs. I'm pretty sure.
That's all higher summits. But below tree line is drastically different. So we're just going to stay low.
It's going to be really cold, but I have a Michelin Man suit.
Yeah, you're good.
When I put everything on, I'm like a duck in the wilderness. I'm going to be fine.
You're good.
Yeah.
As usual, these are not instructional videos. They're examples of what happens under different scenarios. And you're about to get a brand new scenario. We need to figure out where to go.
Well, pick a place to stop on the side of the road and let's go.
All right.
That mountain ahead of us, it doesn't look that high up there.
Yeah, let's do it. What mountain is it? I'll find out.
It looks really gradual.
Maybe it's what we're driving towards. We're about 22 minutes away from Appalachia Trailhead, which is where we failed that one time. Oh boy. I remember this lot.
Yeah.
We were here before on the aforementioned trip.
I'm not gonna freeze my bag this time.
That was fun. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's going to be redemption, Mike. Because we didn't really see anything pop up, and then we ended up here again. Appalachia Trailhead.
But we gotta look at the map and figure out what we're actually gonna do. So we're here?
Yep. We're in that parking lot.
There's a lot of trails.
Right there. There's a lot of trails coming out of here. Now, last time we took the Airline. We're not going to do that. That's pretty steep and starts off pretty
that went straight quickly. Up to Madison. Okay.
So we're going to do, you see Valley Way on there?
So come up that way and then Valley Way.
Yeah. So in here, from what I remember, decent amount of like hardwoods and whatnot.
So let's go short line. We're here. We're going to take Airline.
Yep, just for a little bit.
Short line, like I said.
Right.
Which gives us a lot of options, break off trails, but a lot of flat area, and it looks like it stays away from the aggressive stuff. So I think that's the ticket, right? Yeah. Let's just walk.
You got this, Mike.
Whatever feels right, we're gonna go.
All right.
I just don't want to plan. I'm just gonna walk into the woods.
Okay. You got a map.
Feel like stopping, I'm gonna stop.
There you go. All right. Between the two of us, we might live. guy couldn't have showed up at a better time, Mike. See, things are turning around.
Well, we were going to test it to see if we get the sled up the hill.
That's true. Our first feat was going to be getting the sled over this ramp here, but he's making a nice little entryway. Smooth start.
I'll take it.
We're geared up here. Well, or at least we have our clothing on. We're going to deal with the sled in a minute, but we packed up everything in the big old Tupperware.
Yeah, while we warm our fingers up before we start tying things down to the sled, we need to figure out how we're going to pull the sled and how we're going to do harnesses or rope to pull.
Yeah.
Whether we want knots, whether we want like loops to be able to keep around our waist, or just pull. We got to figure out what the best.
Because this is not a professional backpacking sled. Basically,
No.
you went to the hardware store
It's
and
like
got
kid sled or something.
Yesterday, literally bought it. Decided we're bringing a sled.
Drilled some holes in the sides to be able to.
Oh, you drilled the holes.
I drilled the holes to be able to tie the rope. Yeah.
Custom work.
Yep.
All right.
So it'll work.
All right. I believe the real term for this is a polk sled. Liking that spider web, little spider web design on there, Mike. Good work. Now what?
We gotta figure out what to do with this.
With what?
How are we gonna pull this thing?
Oh yeah, we need a harness system. So we want some length on it in case we want to really drag it up or lower it down a steep spot?
Yep.
Nice. Suiting up. How's it feel?
Light, there's no water.
Well look, on the way back when that thing's empty, you just throw your pack on it.
I might throw my pack on it if it's really easy to pull.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Now does that mean I have to put mine on?
Your pack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Hobo style. Stuff tied everywhere this time, man.
You look ridiculous.
Oh, it's not over yet. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Because what you're holding in your hand, full tourist style.
Oh my lord.
Where's the Great Wall of China? Looking for some pics.
You look ridiculous.
Simple. Is it moving? And our man cut out that little walkway, cruise right through it. So, I think it was 24 degrees back there on the dash of Mike's car. It's supposed to go down to about 0 degrees where we are here, which is why the wind chill up top with the 85-mile-per-hour gusts was going to be up to 60 below on Friday. Down here, I don't feel much wind now that we're in the trees. There's a little bit of wind back at the parking lot. We're going to stay in these hardwoods, like I said. Uh-oh, first obstacle. Hold on, let me lift it. There we go. All right, see, I'm rear navigation. I'm an important part of the equation. Whew. That's a workout. I mean, it's better than carrying all that crap up here on your back, which we already have stuff on our back. Whew.
It's probably like 100 pounds.
Yeah, but we're plugging along. Whew. Mike's pushing behind me on some of these hills so I don't die, and more importantly, don't overheat. Start sweating. That would be terrible. I see you got the lid off too.
Yep.
Nice little workout. Starting the day off, earning dinner. You haven't seen dinner. I'm not going to jinx it. Ooh, my tongue is frozen now. Not going to jinx it. Last time they talked a lot of trash on our particular dinner item.
This time it's gonna work.
Don't say it.
I'm positive.
Redemption.
It's right here.
We really didn't plan to be at this trailhead either, and
It's ironic.
Yeah, I promise we did not plan this. We were going to go back to Mt Crawford, which is the first mountain I ever did in the Whites. Probably the first one you did as an adult.
Yeah.
You may have done it in the Boy Scouts before, but that didn't work out because of that forecast. That's okay. All right, I'm ready. Slow and steady. Working it. You got a little something going on there, Mike?
We got sled dog team.
Sled dog team. Little piece of rope in the middle, and then we're both pulling now. All right. What do you got there?
Falls Way.
Okay, I don't think we want that. We want to stay on
Valleyway.
Yeah. Until Airline and then Short Line. But at least we got one intersection down.
Yeah.
Don't move yet. Alright. Little tough. That's a hell of a grade. So we've gone to the pulley method. We're just kind of switching off from tree to tree. I anchor with one rope. Mike does the heavy lifting, of course. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Tie it off to that tree. Take a breather. Oh my God. Whew. Oh, that was a push, man. That was brutal.
Yeah.
We can set up camp anytime we want.
Yeah.
Because it's getting steep now, for sure.
Some more time to do.
All right, cool. We'll figure it out. Oh man.
But we got to tree hop a couple more times to get up that part.
Leapfrog, get the pulley system.
Although we might be able to do it, but if we slip.
Yeah, it's good to anchor it every once in a while.
Because if we slip, it's going to keep going where we came from.
And that's pretty much a ledge right down there.
Until we came up. That was tough. That was a tough spot.
That was brutal.
But, like always,
Yeah.
make it work.
That's right.
No matter what.
I'll tell you what, that Brookside Trail looked even dicier. It wasn't as steep, but it looked rocky.
Yeah, I would think that there'd be water and rocks.
It crosses the brook right there, I think.
Exposed rocks.
Boo! That.
Probably cracker. Awesome child sled.
Yeah. It's alright, we're gonna have plenty of firewood and adult beverages. It's all gonna be worth it.
And
don't ruin the surprise.
it's gonna work. So I know.
If not, we'll edit it out.
I'm not jinxing it.
Yeah, don't jinx it.
I'm not. It's gonna work.
You got this.
Because everything I need is in that container.
Yeah.
Because I'm guaranteeing it's gonna work.
That guy right there, it's like a portable kitchen. It's got fire, heat, ingredients,
Italian sub.
water. Oh yeah, there's an Italian sub in there too. Oh.
That was the whatever lunch.
Yeah.
Since we could just eat it whenever.
Yep.
First day.
Yeah. All right, good times. All right, so we're about 1 3/4 miles into our trek. We got that pulled over to the side. Mike's down there scouting out, and I am here running my mouth. We went up to Randolph Path. We dipped back down on Airline here, lost a little elevation, and now we're just looking around for somewhere to camp. Just trying to find somewhere out of the wind because it is kicking up a bit. I think mostly because of the terrain, but also those winds are supposed to get worse as the day goes on and culminate at its worst peak on Friday. And today is Thursday, by the way. We head out of the woods on Saturday, hit a hotel, drive home Sunday. It's about a 9-hour drive home, so a nice hotel at the end will be nice. But we're gonna scout down here. I think we might need to finally throw the snowshoes on, although Mike went without and he's cautiously making his way down there. And we're just gonna find somewhere to camp, drag the sled over there and get set up. Little snowshoe action, that makes things tremendously better feeling to walk. Also helps to have the pack off. That helps quite a bit as well. Feels good. Let's see, where'd Mike go? Oh, I'll just follow this path. Been a while since I've had the snowshoes on. I took a moment to remember how to put them on. Now I'm using the MSR Denali Ascents. They're super easy to put on. So actually that doesn't say a whole lot about my mental condition right now. But after a couple minutes of walking down memory lane, I'm back in my snowshoe glory, feeling pretty good.
It's calm, it's flat. You can kind of see out there. You can see that mountain over there.
So you think you found a spot?
Yeah, I like that one.
Is there a rock for a fire?
Potentially.
Really?
Yeah.
That's like bonus beyond bonus.
Yeah. We'll have to dig it up to see how big it is, but
All right.
you can't really tell right now.
All right, slight backtrack. Grab those bags, grab that sled, call it home.
Now we get to hang out and just be in the woods.
Yep, 2 days in the woods. Looks like you got the Sled and the supplies, Mike. I will meet you back down there.
I gotta get the bag. I gotta stop halfway.
I gotta go get my glove. I dropped it over there somewhere.
Getting some serious cramping in my legs, so I feel like it's gonna be a little easier.
Yeah, that'll stretch it out, man. Then we'll drink some water. See you later. First things first, crack that bin open. Get a little water out, rehydrate.
I mean, thank goodness they cut it in half for us.
Little Italian sub from back home. Oh my God. We're eating good. By the way, anybody out there that thought that, you know, you were going to learn how to do survival skills today, I mean, unless it includes hauling a bin full of subs and beer into the woods, that's about as far as the survival skills go. There's some great channels out there. But today, we're living the luxury. It does feel a little cold out here, though. Is it frozen? No? It's
Not
good.
compared to the snow.
Yeah. It's pretty good. Nice. I like it.
This is survival skills.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure you bring food.
Yeah. Yeah, don't be stupid. Bring food, and you'll live. Good point. Good point.
There's salt in here. That's electrolytes, and I need that right now to hold the water that I didn't drink the whole time.
True. So, you know what? This is an educational video. Good. Nice meal will warm you up. But you know what'll warm you up even more than a nice meal? Stomping out a platform for a tent. It's a nice level area. It didn't look like that before. Plus, it would have been all smushy, I think is the word for it. So basically, shovel snow where you need to. And then next guy comes along and stomps all over it. You want to show him your moves? It would be a two-person job, but you know, since I'm holding this camera and all. Clump of snow. Then picture me actually doing something, and I walk over and go like this. I do spin moves, 180s.
That's still a pretty low spot.
Yeah. So we're just working on that one corner, but for the most part, pretty much
Got our platform.
got a platform going. We'll put a tent right over there for the next 2.5 days. And then over here, behind that mound, that's actually a rock under there. And we're gonna hopefully build a fire up against it. We gotta get the shovel that Mike's using right now and kind of dig out and expose more of that rock. And hopefully it'll make for a good spot that we can make a fire up against it so it reflects some of that heat as well as that light back against us. And then with smaller rocks, the rock itself would heat up. That seems to be a huge rock. I don't know that our little fire is gonna heat the whole rock up, but you know, it is an added benefit sometimes when you're doing setups like that. But that's our plan. Tent up, work on a fire area. Remember, we did buy some local New Hampshire firewood that we have in our bin over there. You can't bring it from out of state. And we're gonna use that to get us started. Tomorrow we're gonna collect a lot of wood. We're gonna make sure not to burn it all. So tomorrow we have some more of our good wood as well. That'll get a nice base going. It's nice and dry and cured looking. And then that way, for the other wood that we procure in this area, which is a little more wet and mushy, we don't have to start a fire with that. We just feed our fire with that. And that's the idea. You know, probably losing survivalist points for hauling in our own wood, but got a good workout out of it. No, we're not grocery shopping. Mike is tying off basically everywhere that you would put a tent spike. We put a grocery bag buried in the ground as a dead man anchor because tent spikes just don't work in the snow. Well, not too well. You can buy special ones, but we're cheap. One there. Alright, tent is all set. Got our stuff inside. Packs hanging up on trees. Mike, you back there somewhere or you disappear? Oh, alright. How's it looking?
I don't know if it's gonna work. I mean, if I dig a giant trench and I build a bench, we could probably use it, but you gotta come look. I would have to dig down that deep because I started hitting the friggin' tundra finally. And I mean, like, I would have to dig that deep and probably come out about this deep and then build our sitting bench right here. I could do it.
Yeah.
If that's where you want the fire.
I gotta think about this. Put that shovel back in there for scale again. Oh, there we go. You went down that far just to get to the ground. I mean, it's not too far from the tent, which is nice. It blocks the wind, but I don't know. We gotta think about whether or not we want to do all that digging. And then, like you said, I mean, in order for it to be functional, you'd have to dig really far circumference back.
Yeah.
What time is it right now anyway?
1600, 4 o'clock.
Sun sets.
We got like an hour to figure out where we're going to put a fire so we can get cooking stuff going and melt some snow for lots of... And we need to start drinking beer.
I would like a beer. We're thinking about having, oh wait, I haven't told them yet. Special meal tonight once we get a fire going.
Steak and potatoes. It's going to happen. But it might not happen if I can't find out where to put a fire. So...
Oh my God, they are going to kill us if we fail this again.
I'm not going to
Well, we're going to have a fire. Don't tell them we also have a fry pan and a stove to fall back on.
Yeah, we got this.
Yeah. We'll figure this out.
No matter what.
All right.
Yeah, I can work with this. I can make a bench.
Yeah. New spot. Right next to the tent here. Not bad at all. We're not going to have a major fire, as Mike just pointed out to me, which is true. So we don't have to worry about embers coming flying over here at the tent or anything, which is nice. And it doesn't seem quite as deep as over there, which then Mike went to inspect and fell into, and it wasn't 4 or 5 feet. It was like 6 or 7 piled up. Oh.
Mud.
Yeah.
Not even frozen yet.
So now, who'd have thought you would have had a boot full of mud on this trip?
It's the weirdest thing.
Or decaying leaves from last summer. Anyway, probably gonna make a pit right here. Okay, that's a nice looking pit right there. Well, it's gonna be a fire pit, and then also where we sit right there. Mike is contemplating maybe we should go in the tent and switch into some warmer clothes now that we're not doing a bunch of digging and heavy lifting, because it's getting cold. And every time I stop moving, I don't know about you, but I get cold.
Yeah. And then we gotta boil water. I'll get the fire going and get the food, you know, prepared, like ready to go.
Okay. A couple nice steaks, aged perfectly in our bin today. Plenty cold.
Crack a beer.
Yeah, we've been staying on top of pounding water as much as we can. We keep forgetting, but it's a bit of a chore. But just forcing myself to drink water, me personally, I'm kind of bad at that. So at this point, warmer clothes, maybe have a nice adult beverage, and get this fire going. Oh, got the yellow jacket out.
Yeah. Underneath the shell, so there's no ripping, like.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we already been through that. West Virginia.
Watch that branch. Bring it back down.
Yeah. That was a lot stronger than I thought it was going to be.
No, this.
Oh, the whole limb came down.
Yeah. Oh man.
Don't need that again. All right. Get a little water going on Mike's MSR stove and I'll start melting some snow. Try to make myself useful since Mike's a little bit better at fires, and I can handle melting snow, I think. Nice base of boiling water at the bottom there. Add the snow on top. Let it melt. Repeat until those bottles are full. And we also have some disposable water bottles that we will fill once the water cools down a bit. These Nalgene's and this below, or what's it called, 40 below, your bottle over here, Mike? Yeah, those are safe to put hot water into. Don't want to do it with the disposables until it's cooled down because you'll destroy them. And then insulator for that bottle, which is nice. So, you know, the water doesn't freeze right away on us, which is a battle. It's also a battle with that beer over there, although Mike was very smart. What percentage beer did you get, Mike? So we wouldn't have to worry about it freezing as fast?
Between 8 and 10.
There you go, because 4% beer, well, like Coors Light and stuff, it's gonna freeze really quick. So we got some nicer craft beers because we're gentlemen of that caliber. And also we just don't want our Coors Light to freeze that quickly. Steaks, just begging to be cooked. Mike lighting up a fire. I got a much better feeling about this than our previous time. You know, when the incident with the sleeping bag occurred. But look at that, I smell beautiful fire already. That is good stuff, man. Beautiful. Guess I better tend to my duties though before I fail. Luckily I have a cup of snow waiting. Distracted. All I can think about now is steaks and beer. Which I see you moved the beer close to the fire. Pretty smart.
Get one right now.
Oh yeah? Now another advantage of the sled is that you can just bring all kinds of variety of different beers and pick what you want to drink when you get there.
Now here's the fun part for tonight. Very likely that it'll freeze.
So for safety reasons, you're telling me I have to drink a 6-pack of 9%?
We have to start with the lowest percentage to work our way up. Now this is, the good thing is, Boom Sauce is one of the best Indian Pale Ales they make.
Okay.
And that is 7.8% alcohol.
All right.
Boom Sauce is a good one. Then we have Dale's Imperial IPA, which is 8%.
All right.
Then we go to Bell's Cracker, double IPA, it's actually pretty good, 8.7%. And then Holy Crap, which is 9% to actually pretty good resin, which is from 6 Point, and this is 9.1. And then Detour IPA by Unida, 9.5.
All right. Got a heck of a lineup there. Oh, I heard that. Oh, I got no glove on.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. Good stuff.
Oh, man.
Oh, that is cold and delicious. Oh my God. That's awesome. Oh wait, the snow. Gotta tend to that, Mike.
When we're done filling the Avion bottle, these 2 bottles, they should be boiling.
Boiling hot for the insulated guys, just to keep it from freezing as long as possible.
Make it till tomorrow, so we have some water in the morning.
Yeah.
There's no way we get through all these beers.
Did you just make the decision that we're not going to get through all the beers? Did I hear that correctly? It is a lot of beer. You also got to think, it's not just a 6-pack. It's a 6-pack of strong beer because we didn't want it to freeze.
It's like 18 Miller Lights.
Yeah, so it's probably not acceptable. But at least we have a lot of choices. Yeah. And nobody wants to wake up with a hangover at 5 below 0.
I don't think these things are going to freeze on us. Not with fire and like our tent and sleeping with them.
Oh yeah, well yeah, we have the sled. Like we'll drag these things out and it's all downhill and then we can have them at the hotel. Yeah. A1, what does that go with?
That stick that's sitting there.
Oh my goodness. Throw a little light on that. There you go, that's perfect right there.
Yeah, right there.
Show them what we're working with, Mike.
Because
look at that.
I don't want any doubters or anything, but this is really happening. And it's beautiful, by the way.
See, look, we got a snow pit around us. Big deal. We got a base of sticks below it. Now we do have that grill rack, which we didn't have before, but either way. We do
those temporary ones, I think.
Yeah, we had like some foil ones. Look, if we had pulled it off last time, we would have been heroes, and we didn't. And people, you know, scoffed. It's a thin line between hero and loser. A thin line. Yeah. But we're bringing it back this time, man.
We have a little bit of smoke in here.
Oh my God, it smells amazing.
Whatever we bought, I mean, this one here is cherry.
Hickory and cherry.
Yeah.
So way better than if we had scrounged around the woods. So this is good, doing steaks on the first night here with that really nice wood. Oh boy, that'll do it.
They're gonna be so good.
Yeah, that's looking really nice, man. We got our mashed potatoes on the way, which is just instant mash and some cooking bags. We got the kind that doesn't require butter or milk or anything like that. So add the boiling water. Potatoes are going to be easy. Steaks are going to be done, nice and medium rare. We got some paper plates, some steak knives from home. There it is. Steak, mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
We got my nice Z-Light to use as a couch back here with the fire right in front of us.
I'm so excited to eat this.
Yes. This is going to be awesome. Little A1 sauce packet.
Yeah.
All right, let's get in there because that stuff's getting cold quick.
Yeah.
Whew. Well, we were supposed to sit on this thing, but I'm so damn hungry that I think it's just becoming kind of a table.
Yeah.
So we'll just kneel at it and eat at it. Whatever. I just make sure to get as many beef drippings as much as possible on my sleeping pad, so that we can get some real critters coming into the tent tonight.
No.
Because I'm bringing this back in to sleep on.
You're not doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, we should crack our second fresh beer with this.
Oh, you are not kidding.
What do you got?
Dale's? Deviant. Deviant Dale's. We're
so.
good. Cheers to this dinner.
There you go, buddy.
Here's to success.
Yes, sir.
And thinking outside the box.
And saying, you know what?
Let's pull a sled.
Let's just go lower elevation, out of the wind.
And have a good time. This is great.
All right, I'm sitting down. I'm getting into that steak. Who's making all that racket out there? Nice morning out. Sun is in the sky, pointed right at us now. We certainly stayed in the tent for a little while. I don't even know what time it is now. guessing after 8:30?
9.
9. All right, a leisurely, wasn't even a sleep in, it was more like a lounge in. We just didn't want to come out here. It is cold. I got to check my temp over here actually, and it's 18 degrees. It was definitely, I would say, in the single digits last night. It was 15 degrees when we went to bed, and it seemed to get increasingly cold as we got towards morning here. It was a little painful. I stole Mike's super mittens and wore those for a little bit. Now we're gonna have some coffee first, I believe, and then I think Mike's got a, you know, you already knocked it out of the park last night with dinner. Now you're gonna blow it up with breakfast too?
Yeah, I'm gonna have some eggs and Spam.
Like dehydrated eggs, right?
No, like the 6 eggs that I carry in. They're organic and free ranged.
All right.
Because they love their hens, is what they said.
There you go. Very cool. So some real eggs, some Spam, which Mike has already cubed up and vacuum sealed. That's his patented technique.
Oh, cooked before though.
Cooked before, and there's no messy cutting up stuff.
Yep.
So nice. What's bubbling on the surface there? A little butter action in the coffee. Joe Rogan style coffee.
Well, without the coconut.
Yeah, I guess he does MCT oil or something, right?
Or he uses butter and coconut, I think.
Yeah. Bulletproof coffee, I think they call it too. That's the big rage. We just want some extra calories. I've never actually put butter in my coffee before, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have some alfalfa sprouts afterwards. You did pack in the alfalfa sprouts, right?
Nope.
And the kale for the smoothies?
Nah, we're just being fat.
Woo! Alright, I gotta put my gloves back on. This is hurting. And that wind has been ridiculous, coming in bursts. For the most part, we've been lucking out. You can hear it coming right over top of us. Just right over these treetops are moving a bit. And it sounds like a freight train, but we just get a little bit of the residual. Up that way is King Ravine, which we were talking about, that trail earlier. King Ravine, it seems to be a wind tunnel. I've always seen the clouds kind of getting sucked down there when I've gone up there. Just crazy windy. And I think we're getting basically the underneath air current towards that, or something similar. And actually was able to pull down a weather report this morning, and things haven't really changed much, right, Mike? Actually, they upgraded it now to say that they might get 95 mile per hour gusts later on today. That's on the summit of Washington, not here, but still, we're definitely hearing the effects of whatever's going on up there, and it does not sound pretty. Oh my God. That looks amazing. High calorie breakfast right there. Butter coffee, Spam, fried eggs. How's the first bite?
Amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, you gotta eat yours.
I'm coming. I just, I can't believe this whole runny oak thing.
Gotta get a ton of wood.
Uh-huh.
So I can start building huge fires.
Oh, good. It was good.
And then do lunch.
Mm.
Then go sledding.
Mm-hmm.
Make a fire, warm up, eat dinner. It's a perfect day.
So, like a ton of firewood so we can have a longer fire tonight, eat lunch, sled, eat dinner.
Yeah.
I approve that plan. Not only did you make dinner and breakfast, you also came up with a very good itinerary for today.
That's because I have 4 kids.
That's what it is.
If anybody who's wondering where I've been, I had a new baby. He is 8 years old. 8 months old.
Well, he adopted.
And then I got, 2 older girls and a boy. That's where I've been. And that is fam life for real.
Well, welcome back to the woods.
Oh, man.
This is a good spot. A good spot. I like it. What are you making, a little snow melt?
Yeah, and then we'll warm the water up for the soup and go get some wood.
Soup?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So breakfast, then brunch, which will be the soup, then wood collection.
Yeah. Cheers.
Oh, okay. Well, you might as well drink that before it freezes, since you do have a couple left. Didn't quite do that 6-pack last night. Probably the right decision, Mike.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a little ramen rescue, which is basically just bust up some regular old ramen, put it in this cooking bag, from Packet Gourmet, along with their ramen rescue packet, which is some dehydrated veggies, as well as some dehydrated chicken, which will go well with our chicken flavored ramen. And then we both have it in our water bottle insulators, so we'll just flip the tops of these shut, and that should help with the hydration. 10 or 15 minutes of snow melt chores later, it's rehydrated. Looking good to me. How is it? What's the official verdict?
It's banging.
Yeah?
Warm my hand up, warm my stomach up, burn my throat hole. Perfect.
Great. That's awesome, man. We got it. Now we got, all right, so we had a high fat breakfast for sure. We got a high carb brunch.
An hour later.
And there's carbs in IPA, people, so we're just fueling up for getting this wood.
You're gonna get a lot of wood.
A couple hours worth of wood gathering. But you got to do something. I've been walking around for no reason at points, so actually having a task of getting wood, I'll gladly take that, just to stay warm. Where are you going? I'll tell you what that sled is going to be good for, though. Gathering some firewood. All we got to do is find a dead tree somewhere that's already fallen over. Usually we'll find something like that and we'll delimb it, break it up, haul it back and forth to camp, try to carry what we can in giant armloads at a time. But with the sled, hopefully we can find a downed tree somewhere, just load that sled up, haul it back, repeat, and it should make things at least a little more interesting, at the very least. All right, I think we know what it's time for. Well, level 1, nice amount of kindling size stuff there, plus some half size, and some really big ones there, and some ones that we have to put some more effort into breaking down. Worry about that later. We do have a small Coleman saw as well as a pocket chainsaw, which we've used in plenty of videos. A lot of this though, so far, been pretty dead, which is nice, and we've been able to break it up by hand. Alright, that's one load.
Which our fire's protected a little bit, which is good.
From the wind, yeah, the forecast did say there'll be some upslope wind today, which basically means coming from behind Mike and up towards our tent and our campsite here. But
windy.
It's yeah, we're starting to feel the wind a little more than we have so far, at least. So that means it's probably getting stronger overall and might be switching to that upslope situation. Excellent. At least we got this nice little fire pit for tonight. And
everything's set up already.
What's that?
Everything's already set up already, which is nice.
Yeah, that is real nice. Nothing like staying in the same place 2 days to really kind of dig your heels in and make home. Okay. What do you think? You want another one of those? That's 3 sledfuls.
I think we're good.
I think we're good. We got some real thick stuff where you are. We got some thinner, smaller stuff there. A little random pile. And then a whole sled of kind of a mix of some thick, knotty pieces. Might do.
Yeah, man. Whole another hour of heat right here.
So what you're saying is, never mind. Let's get one more load.
Yep.
So, nice down tree there. Mike's throwing it over to me. I'm busting up when I can, popping it in the sled, back to the tent. Luckily, we're not having to go too far. So that has been nice. It's definitely saving, it's definitely saving time with the sled. But on top of that, I don't think many people camp here very often because without the snow, it seems like it would be pretty treacherous and not a good campsite as far as levelness. So it's not really picked clean or picked at all. So we're just going around and taking our pick and loading up the sled. I am feeling some lunch though. We're done with these snowshoes. Mike just injured his finger. He was baseball bat styling a log into a tree. Seems like it may have attacked you. Mm-hmm. Is it index finger?
Yep. I'll look at it in a minute. I don't think it broke it now.
Hopefully it's just pain exacerbated by the cold.
Pinched it a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm tired of walking around these things. Apart from the injuries, are you confident in the wood level now?
Yeah.
It's looking pretty good. Got a pile the size of you in front of you, pile of thick stuff almost as big over there, and still some more in the sled. All right, this was a big part of our day, and I think we officially almost knocked it out. Break some of these pieces up a little smaller, and then I think we'll be set for tonight with wood. All right, lunchtime is going well. A little more snow for batch 2. Yes, that's right, batch 2. We're doing 2 batches of the infamous Spam Mac.
I love this.
Now, this time, Mike, I feel like the draining process was better for the pasta. I'm not going to spoil any other videos, but you may know what I'm talking about. But this went really well. Cracker Barrel? Is it Cracker Barrel? Or
Sharp white cheddar.
Or, yeah, sharp white cheddar, mac and cheese with more Spam. Calorically dense. It's good. I'm going to quit blabbing and start eating. Oh man, round 2. Whew. I know round 1 made me feel like a new man, Mike. Didn't realize quite how hungry I was just from being cold and collecting firewood, but at first I said there's no way I'm going to want a second round of this. I can totally eat a second round. You're probably full though.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't ever get full. That's crazy. You know me better than that.
Gotta thaw that cheese sauce out.
Yeah.
Put it on top while the water boils.
You ready to go sledding after this food?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Fresh powder. Some fresh pow coming down right now, Mike.
Yeah.
I mean, it's coming down. Test run. How'd it go?
We need this to be a little more nice.
What, so we can get past that?
No, just so you don't hit the nose.
Oh, and dig in. All right, it's got some, we'll do some work. We have to do a little engineering on the track here, but this is pretty good. This is the Airline Trail, or for us, an awesome sledding route. Or, well, we'll see. It has potential though, I think. Don't get hit in the head with that shovel. The bank didn't work?
No. I get a lot of speed coming on off that, pushing it that way.
Yeah. You were trying to avoid what, this tree over here?
Yeah, I want to cut back again, but I keep going that way.
Dude, this snow, every time I see a little bit of blue in the sky, and this slows down, and it kicks back up like crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. Actually, didn't I put the bank here? So now I need another bank.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I can't do it.
You should have seen what that looked like! Oh my god.
That bank's never gonna work.
Oh.
It needs to be really high where I came down.
Holy dude, but it looked awesome. It looked fun. Oh man. It takes a lot out of you real quick, huh? Burn off my mac and cheese.
Yeah.
What time is it? Day goes quick when you're working on firewood.
1600.
Really?
About right. We need to get that fire going.
Get that fire going, get a little white wine.
Hey, man.
Romantic evening in the snow, huh, Mike?
That's weird.
Oh, damn it. Well, you might as well sled back home. Fire star action needed.
Yeah, match.
All right, let me grab those, and we'll try again. The newspaper probably got wet from snow while we were sledding.
No. I mean, it's still going. It might catch.
Huh?
I just want to like really make sure it gets going.
Right on. All right, let's grab that and see if it kicks it off. Catching?
Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely. That.
Okay, you're swelling up a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of
A little bruising.
bad. Yeah, it's not broken.
Ooh. Our couch is wet. Slash my bed. At least the snow pretty much stays frozen. So I know this will be dry for bed tonight.
Yep.
But I want to get it up before I'm sitting all over it. Oh man. Poorhouse. Clever. There you go, sir. Oh, you look like you're snoozing, dude.
Yeah, this is a nice backrest I just found.
Nice view of the fire.
Once it gets going good, there'll be no smoke.
Yeah, it's real nice. Is it completely liquid?
Yeah.
Oh, you made a shelf for it.
Yeah, in a poor spot.
Nice.
So a couple fit.
It seems to be working, flowing good. Tell you what, man, it's like this couldn't get any better. I don't know what could make this better. You got fire, you got wine, you got...
Unicorn bacon.
Whoa, no you didn't. Break out the unicorn bacon.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Oh, slightly frozen unicorn bacon.
It's still good.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, so it can get better. It's stuck in there?
Yeah.
Tell you what, though, I shouldn't complain. Because I'm liking this snow melt station. Right in front of the fire?
Yeah.
On the
Way
tough
better.
box?
As you sit down.
right in front of the bench. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Good life.
Good, man. Good indeed.
Add a little more than 2 cups, 500 mLs of boiling water. Yes, boiling water to bag. Stir and reseal. Hang out for 20 minutes while your food freezes. Think about how big the universe is. Rehydration will take longer at higher altitudes. Good to know. We're not at a higher altitude. All right then.
And what is it again?
Indian vegetable korma.
All right. Seems like we're gonna end up having plenty of wood after all, huh?
Yeah.
The small fire, relatively, compared to having a rager like we've had before. Not bad. Reflected off of that wall back there. It's pretty nice.
It'll be nice tomorrow with a fire.
Yeah.
And breaking down the tent.
Have a fire in the morning while we're doing all that.
Yeah, it's gonna be like warm your hands back up, then go back to the tent. You know what I mean? It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, nice leisurely exit tomorrow. No rush. We'll be to the car in no time. To the hotel. Hot shower.
Yeah.
Hit the town of North Conway. Good times. But for now, enjoy the embers.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Yeah.
Other than that, how you feeling?
All right.
Okay. Really not looking forward to going out there, to tell you the truth. The wind sounds pretty intense.
I'm looking forward to going out there.
Because
there's going to be a fire.
Okay.
And then we can eat breakfast.
Yeah.
And then pack our stuff up and get to a car.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
exciting.
Yeah. Yeah, and there's still plenty of wood for breakfast fire. I love it. That I'm happy about. So I just got to get those boots on. Oh man. Okay. Maybe instead of eggs, we have noodles. Noodles for breakfast. We were gonna have this for breakfast. Migos del Sol You rehydrate the egg mix, and then there's some other goodies in there. And once it's rehydrated, you actually pan fry it, just like real eggs. Like the real eggs that Mike brought yesterday. Only these don't break, and you know, they're more stable. But we really don't feel like doing anything that complicated. I think that's a consensus, right? Yeah, so we're just gonna find some sort of snacks for breakfast. Hang out here at camp for a bit. Enjoy the view of the mountain range over there because it's pretty clear and we can actually see it. And just relax. After that, we'll head down the mountain and hit up the hotel. Maybe we'll cook eggs at the hotel, I don't know. But we're gonna keep it simple this morning. A little coffee, a little ramen noodle. Nice and simple, that sounds about right to me. A little frozen Cliff Bar just to get things started. Nice and chewy. I think too much water for the noodles.
You can only do one at a time.
Oh, one batch of noodles at a time?
Yeah.
Alright. Packing up. Now the nice thing about the bin, since it's a little more empty after all the firewood and beverages have been depleted, we can throw a bunch of crap in there, like snowshoes that we're not going to bother wearing on the way out. Just based on how the trail was packed, we should be fine, and it's not that far out, so we'll be fine with that. And some other stuff, maybe some dirtier stuff like the fry pan that is a little not 100% clean. Throw stuff like that in the plastic bin, rig it on the sled, of course. I think we're even going to pop the tent in as well once we break it down. And the sun is peeking out finally over that ridge. That is nice. But as nice as the sun feels, it is terribly cold. I feel like, actually I know it's got to be the coldest it's been yet because I'm not getting a reading on my watch, and I forget the temperature that my ProTrek watch stops giving you the temp, but it's pretty cold, I remember that. And Mike, you'd say it feels like the coldest morning yet, probably?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. Huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's cold. It's cold, but that's all right. We got a hotel and burgers in our future. Should be good. Good and dead?
Yep.
Nice.
I'd say so.
Alright, I guess we take this sled and get it back on the trail, huh? A true steward of the woods, trail killer. I guess you ended up on first duty with the sled. I don't know how I managed that once again.
No, you're gonna hold the back.
Oh, that's right. We have a cord in the back and the front. That should keep it straight from our experimentation yesterday because it's going to be all downhill basically.
Yep.
So a little less work and even less on our backs. All right. Persevere. Nice. That was a controlled stop. This is working out pretty well, Mike. Like you said, this might have to be a new piece of gear. Not on every trip. And it should be pointed out in the White Mountains have some trails that this would be a nightmare on. We've stuck to some pretty smooth, lower elevation trails. There were some dicey spots, but we, you know, just spent 20 minutes. There he goes again. We spent maybe 20 minutes going up a hill that should take 3 minutes, but
It's kind of top heavy.
yeah, but it worked out. Just pick the right trails or not too many miles. It's pretty fun.
Lean to the right. Ah! Okay. Lean to the left. Right. Lean to the right. Ah!
It's like a bobsled team.
Just don't understand. So if it's marking something, why not use string? But it's like this weird tubing.
It almost looks like it's tapped into the tree. And it goes off the tree, down here. There's another tree that taps into it there. and so on and so forth. We saw it on our last trip all the way up the mountain, not all the way up the mountain, but for a good while. Here and there, these tubing runs. Does anybody know what this is? Please tell me in the comment section. I held off asking last time, but now I need to know. I need to not fall. Huh?
I want to know. Trail Killer says, give me answers. We're here.
That sounds like the road. I think you sledded like the last 1/8 of a mile. Yeah, that's the parking lot right on the other side of these power lines, right?
Yeah.
We did it. Almost to that warm car, warm hotel, hot burger. All right. Still there. Woo, wind down here. We were definitely sheltered from that. Nice. All right, made it back to the car. Now just about a 20-minute drive to North Conway. Get our hotel right across the street from Delaney's. Oh yeah. I liked it.
Just trying to get home. Well, at least to something warm.
Our home for tonight. That we don't have to melt snow. It comes right out of the tap. It is cold out there, and I'm glad that we are not in it. Made it to the hotel. Eastern Inn. I keep forgetting the name of this place. Everything's... What's it smell like in here, Mike? Like a forest fire?
Yeah, like somebody's gonna call the front desk probably and
say there's a fire.
I think there might be something on fire upstairs.
Yeah. It smells ridiculously of fire. But then again, we were standing right in front of a fire for, well, every chance I could get, really. But yeah, this is it. This is pretty much the end of our adventure. We're going to relax. We don't head out until tomorrow, but I would say it was a mission complete. Mike, would you give it a, you're going to give this a, did you get redemption? What is in your hand?
Yeah, definitely. The steaks and stuff, yeah. Oh, a lot of soap. I was going to try to wash a shirt.
Oh, because you don't have anything to go out in tonight that doesn't smell like fire.
Yeah. Here's that works. And this material should dry pretty quick.
Oh, this is a full instructional video.
Just do it, Nike.
Just dry it.
Just dry it.
Hey, we could have bigger problems, so I think we're going to wrap it up right here. We're going to go over, have some dinner at Delaney's Hole in the Wall, maybe walk around town a little bit, and drive home tomorrow. So thanks for joining me on this one. Till next time, I'm Syntax77, and right now, it's cheeseburger time.
I just got cold. This alcohol is lowering my body temperature.
You know, it feels like it's making you warmer, but it's not. I just want to let you know that you're sending a bad message and like people are gonna die and stuff.